about the progress of the civil rights movement, particularly going from slavery to assimilation or Jim Crow laws, segregation, to the Civil Rights Act, to racism, and some people even add on that the cap of that is to have an African American president. Okay, so you take that as a comparison. We are right now in the gay movement still in slavery. We are in slavery. The laws being changed, those aren't Jim Crow laws. What is holding us back is our inability to jump out of our own prison. We are still going to have issues with closetedness. So especially with more and more prevalence in the media, younger and younger people are going to start to come out. And we don't realize that there are homophobic parents, conservative parents, 4 times more likely a gay person to commit suicide right now in 2010. 9 times more likely if they come from a homophobic environment. More than 50% of the people who are out on the streets that are teenagers, more than 50% are from the gay or transgender identities and community. More than 50% of the homeless youth. So when we look at ourselves and say, what is all this accomplishing? Legislatively, will we achieve equality? Will I say, that's it, okay, we got our stuff, now I'm going home? We still have a lot of work to do, because we can get all of those things. And I think when you look at the movement in our community, we have a lot of the resources that black people did not have coming out of slavery. Now, sure, there were some business people who did very well, and in every movement there are those freeloaders. There are those people who want to make business out of it. There are those people who want to make a name out of the struggles. But when you take a look at the entire progress of it, we are still in a state of slavery. We still have to break through all those things, and it's deceptive because you have cocktail parties. I love cocktail parties, don't get me wrong. I know that was a Newsweek article that says all these cocktail parties. And I pointed out very, very truly, I said, how many cocktail parties did Jesus have? Well, he'd had that one. I think he would have been a martini drinker myself. And I always say, well, how much did Jesus come and have a convocation of all of his major donors before he was crucified on that cross? Did he try to get a discount at the hardware store for it? That cross was not paid for by major donations. He didn't have to send out an email that said, donate please, contribute. Those things are necessary if you're trying to create a lobby group. You need that, okay? And there are places where that's important. But is it going to achieve equality? No. It doesn't take money. It doesn't take legislative victories to achieve equality. And if we think that that's what it takes, if we think that's all it takes, we are so backwards. We are still in chains, as rich as we might be. It takes the sacrifice. When I was in jail, and I came out of jail and I had shackles on my hands and my feet and my waist. And I came and they took all of the name tapes, the U.S. Army. They even took the American flag off of my uniform. And we spent the whole night. It was pretty lonely and a little bit decrepit. But I realized that sitting there in that prison, with everything that was stripped away from me, we didn't get our phone call. We didn't get to talk to our lawyer. I had finally in my life dignity. Finally in my life liberation. Finally in my life self-respect. I wasn't in there for murdering somebody. I was in there because I said, this country can take away so much from me. And all of the laws that have been passed or did not pass. We can feel like such losers. But sitting in that jail, that was real victory. And for all those people who have not understood that because they're afraid of that, because of what they might lose in life, there's nothing but gain from standing up and sacrificing. Hope that answered your question.